Welcome to another episode of Life and Times with Tub City. This time we got a dear friend of mine, a coach friend, a brother of mine. He's always inspired me. Got Coach Greg Cross from the Hutchinson Blue Dragons. Thanks for coming out, man, and I appreciate you taking your time and sitting down and doing this with me.
Man, I appreciate you for having me.
Oh, that's dope, man. Taking it back, well, first question always on Life and Times is I like to have people that, I had a relationship with and people I know. So my first question would be, what is your first interaction? What do you remember about the first time we met, whatever it is? What's on you? What comes to mind for you?
Oh man, that's crazy. Oh man, so I had just got here and I think, we just had a staff meeting and Coach Rose had just introduced me to the rest of the staff. And I'm just looking around like what's going on? Because this is my first coaching job, and after the meeting, we was getting ready to, I think we was going to go eat, going to get something to eat. And the way you came up to me, man, it was just like, the energy was crazy. Yeah. That's what got me. I'm gonna be honest, the energy, the smile, and it's like, what's up, man? What's going on? And it was like, you ready? You ready? And I'm like, ready for what? Like, what we about to do? And it was like, hey.
Because it's different. People don't understand it's a lot of pressure. It's different being here. Like, it is. You got to live up to an expectation that is set and an expectation that is invisible. I
will say this. You don't know what you don't know. Just first opportunity. I'm like, man, well, I do appreciate the good energy, though.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's good. So let's take it back, man. And I have to say this. I should have said this in the intro. Like, you're one of the best athletes that I've probably seen, can do it all, can hoop. So all you guys out there that come to Hutch and you keep wanting to challenge him, you gonna lose. Like, it's not gonna work out for you. Like, you a hooper. Like, for real.
I mean, that's where it started. I really didn't even care for football, honestly. I didn't. It was like, we at the parks and we playing 21 or one-on-one.
Yeah.
Or we playing the little 3-point shooting game, and it was just like, that's all I knew. Yeah. And I think for me too was just being super competitive. And I always played with guys that was older than me. And that's where it started, like just hooping with guys that was older and wanting to be able to stay on the court or wanting them to pick you. Yeah. And I'm not for to stand there and wait and watch. Like, nah, pick me. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's go. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I think playing with older guys kind of taught me how to play the game. Like, cause you got to play defense. Yeah. Pass the ball. It's not about just you. You know what I'm saying? So, kind of just knowing how to play the right way. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
So you're a Georgia guy, you're a Georgia boy, but you a South Georgia boy.
South Georgia all day.
Where you from?
Brunswick, Georgia. Brunswick, 912. Through and through.
So you was born there?
Born and raised.
And it's you have one brother?
So I got two brothers.
Okay.
I got two brothers and a sister.
Okay.
Yeah. So the middle brother, we have the same mom and dad, and then my brother Adrian, we just got the same dad, and my sister, we just got the same dad. So
what was that like growing up in Brunswick when you were a kid, like 5 to 10? Like what was that like? Were your parents together?
No, my parents wasn't together. My mom was a single mother. I mean, my whole life. My dad was around. Yeah. We would spend time with him here and there. But, I grew up in the projects.
The projects?
I grew up in the projects.
Brunswick had a projects?
Multiple. Multiple, especially back then. Like, yeah, it was crazy. But also,
did that help you?
Did it help me? Yes. like street smart, streets awareness.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just knowing how to maneuver, you know, just learning, you know, just how to navigate, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, it was rough back then, man. It's changed now, you know, but.
Did you know the projects was the projects? Like you were in a like lower income type of situation, or when you were young, it's just this is where I live and this is just, mama's just, we just figuring it out, we just living, or did you know like, oh man, this is messed up?
No, it was normal. Like a lot of stuff was normal. Like the stuff I seen on a day-to-day basis, like you seeing the dope boys in the cars and the chains, the jewelry, you know, like.
In Brunswick.
In Brunswick, you know, like box Chevys, you know, Caprice, everything on big rims. You know, it was like country, but, you know, it was like, that's how it was. And that stuff that you seen, you know, you were seeing, like back then it was like they had bike patrol. Like the police would ride through the projects on bikes.
Like bicycles?
Bicycles, yeah. Yeah, they would ride through on bicycles. Yeah, it was crazy, man. They would wear shorts and a helmet and stuff like that. Like, so you seeing that stuff on the regular, it became normal. Like, that's how they would chase people. You know what I'm saying? And I remember them chasing. I'm in the backyard with my brother. I seen people get chased 24/7, but not thinking nothing of it.
It's just normal.
You just see it.
Yeah.
Like, and you don't ask questions. Like, you just see it and you just keep it moving.
So how is navigating, why didn't you go to the other side?
What do you mean, the other side?
Like street life, like if you in the projects, you predominantly getting raised by your mother, female, why didn't you say, I'm gonna go be the dope boy, I'm gonna go get the big chain? Was that ever like, did you ever go through a phase of that? Or how did you steer away from that?
Sports. Like I was just very, very competitive, man. Everything I did. Like I just love sports. You know, like you remember like the book fairs?
Yeah.
Like you like have a book fair? Yeah. Like I'm the kid that's like reading the Sports Illustrated. I'm knowing everything about Michael Jordan. I'm knowing everything about Ken Griffey Jr. Like I just played every sport. I grew up playing 3 sports, you know, baseball, basketball, football.
You play baseball?
Yes, and I was pretty good.
The crazy thing is that's my best sport. Like people, I tell people that they like, you full of it.
The pro big time pitcher for many years, Adam Wainwright for the St. Louis Cardinals. He's from my hometown. Okay. Yeah.
Wow. So you in the projects for how long are you in the projects?
Through high school.
What?
Yeah, like through high school. Like parts of my childhood, I did stay with my grandmothers, both of them. You know, my mom's mom, she stayed in the outskirts of the city, more like in the county, and it was like real country, like dirt road country. You know what I'm saying? And I spent time out there staying with her, and then I spent time with my dad's mom, who I was, you know, I mean, I felt like I was her 6th child because my dad was the youngest of 5, my mom the youngest of 5. I felt like I was the 6th one from my grandmother. That's how close we were. Dang. You know, and I mean,
Can I ask what was the reasoning for the displacement, or do you call it displacement?
I don't. Just the relationship I had with her. You know, like my grandmother, like was like another mom. We just clicked instantly.
Was it your choice?
Yeah, for sure. Like my mom.
So my mom would go live with my grandma?
Yeah, like my mom wasn't stopping me from being with family.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? She was like, okay, you wanna go to your grandma's house? Go. You know, and she knew my mom is like just very, very sweet and genuine and real, like authentic. And it was like, if that's where you wanna go, okay, then go. But it was like, you know, I knew where home was with my mom.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like an even balance.
So you wasn't resentful or anything?
Nah, whatsoever. Nah, negative.
Okay. So you're in the projects, you with your grandma throughout high school.
Yeah.
Are you poor?
Nah. I know what it's like to feel like, man, this is all we got right now. Just wait till I get paid. You know what I'm saying? Like when I get paid, we'll re-up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know what it's like too. I mean, my mom giving me the food stamps. And it was like actual food stamps that look like money, the colors. Yeah, the book. Yeah. So I know what it's like going in the stores. And it was like, I was a kid, I was like, I wasn't ashamed.
It is what it is. We gotta figure it out.
I'm about to eat. So I'm about to eat, so I wasn't really tripping. So, I mean, it was like, we definitely wasn't dirt poor. I mean, it was more so too, for me growing up, it was like a village. Like our family was a village. It's like, so everybody in our family helped out. So, you know, like I said, my mom's the youngest of 5. So she had older brothers and sisters. So I had my aunties who, you know what I'm saying, would keep us while my mom is at work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? On my dad's side, I had my uncles, you know, who would come to my games and support, and, you know, I would stay with them, you know, whatever. So, you know, it was like, I had like my uncles and cousins, like, didn't seem like uncles and cousins. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of my uncles, he's like my other dad, because how close we were, or an older brother.
Gotcha.
You know, and my cousins, they like sisters. You know what I'm saying? We stayed together. You know, it's cool.
So during this time, your adolescence to high school, what's the relationship with your dad? Is he there? Is he coming to games? Is that good? Is that bad? Is that a misunderstanding? Or where we at with that?
It was man, G Money. That's his name, G Money. That's where I got it from. You know what I'm saying? I'm like G Money Jr. G Money wasn't missing no game.
For real?
Man, listen. He coming to the games. He come to practice, watch, and he'll call me. Hey, look, all right now. You know what I'm saying?
All right now. You know,
yeah, all right.
A lot of people don't know what that all right now.
Yeah.
The definition of all right now in the South.
What we gonna do? What we doing? What we looking like? How you feeling? You know what I'm saying? Just really checking my mental.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Seeing where my headspace is at. You know what I'm saying? Seeing if I'm distracted by girls or distracted by clothes and other stuff. But as far as in like being in my life, like he was there. You know what I'm saying? I guess more so, definitely when it came to sports, he didn't skip a beat. But like outside of that, it was like, I'm here when you need me. You know what I'm saying? Because he also knew too, I had great relationships with his brothers,
Gotcha.
my mom brothers and sisters.
So you wasn't lacking just because he was there, not there on a day-to-day basis?
Nah. And to answer your question, like why I didn't steer towards the streets was, you know, it was like, I seen dudes looking over their shoulder. I seen dudes going to jail and not getting out for a long time.
Friends?
Yeah, friends, like, you know what I'm saying, getting locked up, you know, and it's just, or getting killed. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, I don't want to be looking over my shoulder.
Yeah.
And I ain't trying to go to jail. I love my freedom.
Yeah.
I want to go home when I want to. I want to wake up when I want to. I want to go take a shower when I want to. You locked up, you can't do that.
Yeah.
So, I wasn't trying to do that.
Was it a moment that it was, or you just evolved to that? Is it something that happened? Like,
I would just say just your whole life. I mean, you seeing it. Like it's real. Like I seen, like I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm seeing the cops.
Gotcha.
I'm seeing it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just ain't trying to be in no
I remember
cops.
I was doing dumb stuff like getting in trouble in school. I was young, maybe 10, 11. My daddy took me down the street to see. So at our junior high, across the street, they got the Johnny Gray Jones, which was the juvenile place. He said, you keep playing around, I'm gonna drop you all over there.
Well, he wasn't playing.
No, he was not playing at all.
That's crazy.
So that's like, I was like, all right, well, shit, he might be serious. He figured this out.
I was more so, man, I'm, you know, just being heavily into sports and watching the athletes and seeing what they got, and I want what they got versus just what the dudes in the streets got. You know what I'm saying? And plus too, low key, like I was into school. Like I wasn't like I got my work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm probably like one of the athletes that's like, that's proud to say like, I did my work. Ain't had nobody do it for me.
Got you. So you, for the record, or the fact, you went Division I to University of Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
But the road wasn't the easiest road to get to the University of Pittsburgh. So can we backtrack to your 9th grade? How did your 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade go in order to get you springboarded? Like, what was your career like through high school?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I wasn't even trying to play football. I didn't take football serious until going into my senior year.
Did you play football the whole time?
I played, but I didn't take it serious. Like, take it serious, like, okay, I'm very competitive, right? So, like, if I'm doing it, I'm gonna do it. But I wasn't watching film. I wasn't, like, lifting weights. Like, I didn't like the weight room. I love it now. But, like, back then, like, I hated lifting weights.
Yeah.
Man, I wasn't. And then during the weightlifting period, I'm going to the gym. I'm getting my shots up for the game. I started varsity basketball before I started varsity football. So, I mean, like, I'm starting as a freshman.
You started as a freshman?
I started as a freshman varsity. Yeah, I didn't start, like, right when the season started. I started right before the halfway mark.
Gotcha.
Like, right before Christmas or right at the Christmas time. And ended up taking one of my homeboy spots who was a senior. But from that point on, I was dunking. I was averaging a double-double. I was playing D. I'm guarding the best guy every night.
So what made you say, all right, I'm gonna take football instead of basketball route?
I think it was like my junior year going into my senior year. The strength coach at the time was the linebackers coach. And I was in his weightlifting period, and that was one of my electives. And I'm like, man, I ain't finna lift. I'm finna go in the gym. I'm finna go shoot. Like, I felt like they was playing with me football-wise because I was good. I was better than the guy that was starting, but I would only come in third and long, get us a first down, you take me out. So I'm like, well, if y'all ain't gonna give me a fair shot, I'm gonna just go hoop. And I was already playing varsity, so I was getting active. And he came in there, and he came in the gym and was like, Cross, come here. And the first thing I'm like, man, what now? Like, you know, it was like, bro, what are you doing? And I looked at him and was like, Coach, we got a game. I'm getting my shots up. You need to be in the weight room. Coach, you know that ain't even my thing. Like, that's not what I'm doing. And he said, how tall are you? And I said, 6'1", 6'1 and a half at the time. And he said, what position you play basketball? I said, the 2 and the 3. He said, man, you got point guards bigger than you. And I didn't even think about it. I was like, he said, what you averaging? I said, 12 and 10. But the way I said it, you might have thought I was averaging 30. I said 12 and 10. He said, that's it. You ain't all state. Nobody know your name, self around here in the community. And so I kind of looked at him, and I'm saying to myself, like, nah, he just hating. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, he just hating. And I'm like, you seen me getting active on the court. And he was like, look, you got a better chance at going to college as a football player at 6'1", 6'1 and a half than you do for basketball. You may not want to hear it, but I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear. I'm not your yes man. So I remember it like it was yesterday. That man gave it to me real more than my family. I'm like, my daddy don't even talk to me like this.
Yeah.
And he was like, you messing up. You messing up. You're going to ruin your future. And football season was getting ready to start. The starter got hurt. Jamboree, preseason.
This is your junior year?
This is my junior year. Is when I started to take it serious.
Yeah.
And he got hurt. And when he got hurt, it was like, oh, this your chance. Just show and prove you as good as you say you are. I went out there and led us to a winning season. You know, I think we finished like 7-4, 7-3. Yeah, 7-3. And he was like, now that's what I'm talking about. Like, good job. You know what I'm saying? But even then, still in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, I'm trying to hoop.
Yeah.
You know, I got hoop dreams. You know what I'm saying? And I think going into my senior year, I'm the guy, and it was like, you ain't getting no phone calls for basketball, but you getting phone calls about football. All right, cool. So we doing like the 7-on-7. It wasn't like what you see now. It's like your team, like your actual high school team.
Yeah.
And we doing the little local 7-on-7s and stuff. And I went to my very first football camp, and it was Middle Tennessee, and it was hosted in South Georgia, and I killed it. I felt like I was the best one there, and I thought they was going to offer me, but they didn't. And I went to a Clemson camp, and I felt like I was one of the best ones there, but nobody knew my name. That was the first time they saw me, and I was like, man, I ain't going to college for football. I didn't know nothing about junior college really, and after my senior season, you know, I started hearing more about junior college. You start hearing it more. And I started doing my research, and I knew about Georgia military, but I didn't think to know it's junior college. You know, I just didn't know. And my coach got a phone call from Coach Gooch. My coach, Coach Roddings, he got a phone call and said, hey, I like Greg Cross. Don't send his film out. And my head coach was like, well, he don't have any offers. I'll be doing him a disservice by not doing that. And he said, well, where do you plan on sending it? He was like, every school in the Jayhawk. I'm about to send his film off now. Back then, you mailing it, VHS.
VHS.
You mailing it. He's about to mail it off. I'm in his office. I see it. And I'm like, Coach, where you sending my film to? And he said, I just got the phone with Coach Gooch. I ain't sending your film nowhere. And I looked at him, and I said, first of all, you ain't my daddy.
This is a real conversation.
Yeah, and I'm like, who is Coach Gooch? Like, who is that?
Yeah.
He said, this is a coach from a Kansas junior college. It's about 6 or 7 schools out there. Nice conference, kind of like the SEC for junior college. And he wants you. And he said, you're going to be a starting quarterback. I said, yeah, they tell me anything. I don't know that. I never met this man. And he said, he told me not to send your film out. So Coach Gooch told my head coach not to send his film out. And he's going to offer me a scholarship, and I'm going to go there. My head coach really didn't send my film out. So the only offer I had was Fort Scott to go play football.
Wow.
So Coach
Did you
Gooch,
visit or did?
I'm going to get to
Okay.
So Coach Gooch, him and Coach Adams, I think he was the defensive coach at the time, they were recruiting in Florida. Yep.
Chat. Okay,
Adams.
so
Yep.
So Gooch and Chad. So Gooch and Chad were at Fort Hayes when I was at Fort Hayes. So yeah, I know Chad. Okay.
Yeah. So all I knew was Coach Rose and Coach Gooch had just left Coffeyville, and I knew Fort Scott didn't win a game in like 2-3 years, and they trying to change the program around.
Yeah.
They gonna start fresh.
Yeah.
Coach Adams and Coach Gooch was coming up from Florida. They stopped through Brunswick, which is we're an hour from Duval.
Okay.
And he's coming up across the border, and it was like, hey, I'm here. You know, call Greg over. First time I met him, and I'm like,
this is who I'm going.
Yeah, like, and so I called my dad, and I'm like, yo, some coaches want to talk to me. You know what I'm saying? My dad was transporting at the hospital at the time, you know, and he come over, and I met Coach Gooch, and he was tripping off the Spanish moss on the trees, and you know, he was making these like trying to make me feel comfortable.
Yeah.
But growing up in South Georgia, like Brunswick, like I ain't comfortable with you unless I know you. So I'm not talking to you.
Yeah.
I'm treating you like, because I don't know
police.
much. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I had to tell myself, you know, this is college football. Like, you got to, you know, just talk to the man. So as he's talking, I'm just like, just playing it cool. And I'm just like, man, I would love for you to come on and visit. You know, if we had a game tomorrow, you know, you would be my starter. I'm like, bro, I don't even know the playbook. You know what I'm saying? And this is me as a senior.
Goose can recruit though.
Yeah, and he had my pops. And he had my pops. So, man, my dad was like, hey, hey.
If you let Goose talk to the parents, it's gonna be over.
Hey, Mr. Cross, I'm gonna take care of him like he's one of my own. When he said that and shook my dad's hand, when they left, I'm like, all right, we just gotta, fill it out. My dad was like, nah, he gonna take care of you. He told me, he gave me his word. And back then, all you got is somebody's word. So
you can't say that.
I went on a visit.
Yeah.
I visited, we drove, and we made it like it was like an actual like family vacation. Mm-hmm. We drove up during my spring break, my senior year, and that's how I saw it. And when I saw Fort Scott, I was like, I do not know. I don't know.
Cause you talking about Fort Scott in 2006.
I'm gonna help you. 2006.
Wow. So
yeah,
it ain't like it's advanced now.
You hear me?
So we're talking about 2006. All right, so go ahead. You get there and what you think?
I get there. They were in spring ball, but the weather was like kind of like how it is now, and it was very windy. It was cloudy. I think it was about to rain. They were in the gym running plays, and I remember like it was yesterday. I had on some just blue jean, baggy pants. I had on some Air Force Ones, and I had on a Larry Bird Celtics throwback jersey, right? Had the jersey on, had my chain on, big baggy, my jersey probably was like a 2 or 3X.
2 or 3X, yeah.
And I'm in there, and I'm just like, just watching. And watching the dudes, and when they got done, Gooch came over, introduced me to a couple guys, and a couple of the DBs were like chirping, just trying to get in my head, like, oh, this is what they talking about? This is what they trying to bring in here? They was talking reckless. Like one of the dudes, I was almost like ready to fight, cause I'm like,
you don't know me,
bro, you don't even know me. Like chill, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And Gooch had me throwing the ball on my visit in the gym. He's like, come on, Greg, let's throw the ball. I'm like, nah, I don't want to throw. I said, nah, I'm cool. And I kind of tossed it underhand. Come on, man. So he called over one of the receivers who ended up being one of my tight ends. He was a big body receiver and ended up being a tight end for me. And he's like, throw the ball. He's like, come on, man. He kind of looked at me and was like, come on, man. Like, show me what you got. Like, come on. And I'm like, you trying to little boy me? And so, you know me. I squared up.
Yeah.
I let it ride. Hit him right in the chest. Almost slipped through his hands. I said, I'm going to touch that sternum now. So it was smooth, though.
So you did a visit. Did you commit on a visit?
I was already coming. That was all I had. So it was like, let's just see it before I come.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so then it was like, I had already signed.
Oh, you had already signed?
Yeah, I had already signed because my spring break was after signing day.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, let's go see where I'm going. Let's see.
So you signed, didn't even know?
I didn't even know. I looked up like what it looked like. And I was just
that's
like.
That's what happened to me at Fort Hays.
Nah.
I took off work. Coach Jordan called me. He passed away. I was working at the Boys and Girls Club. He's like, hey, I need you to come down here and run some routes. I was like, nah, I'm at work. He's like, get your ass down here. Found a ride, got down there, VHS, record me running routes for like 10 minutes, mailed the VHS, get a call from, I think it was Boomer, Brian Marion, and OC gets on the phone, the head coach. He said, you coming or not?
Wow.
And I said, well, I guess, yeah, I'm coming.
You coming?
Because I ain't really had nothing else. I had like maybe a D3 or something. And my brother, his boy Reese, and Reese's cousin, they drove me from Cali, San Diego to Hayes. And I ain't see, that was the first time I seen it. And everybody that been in Hayes on that backside of Cunningham Hall, when you come over that hill, it ain't nothing but pastures and buffalo. And then you see like the basketball and the classroom, whatever, Cunningham. And I was like, oh man, what? This where I'm at? And then Boomer told us to go to the Q. We went to the Q. It's a place to eat. Got a burger. My brother went and dropped me off, and he left.
He got up out of there.
Yeah, he said he called, like he talked to me later. He was like, yeah, we had to hurry up and leave because we didn't want you to change your mind. So I ain't take no visit neither. That's how I got the haze. So
that's crazy.
But sometimes you just gotta figure it out.
Yeah.
That's what these kids don't understand. Like,
take chances.
You gotta take chances and figure it out. So you get to Fort Scott. How was that transition?
At this time, you know, like when we got there in the summer, you know, the freshmen report in the summer, and I'm still trying to figure it out. Like, I'm like a fish out of water.
Bruh.
Yeah, man, like.
In regards to what? The environment or like football? Or all?
I would just say the environment, definitely not football, because when it's time to compete, I'm going to compete. Like, I'm going to go out there and like, I'm going to go get it. You know what I'm saying? And it was the environment. Like, I would see dudes, like teammates, you know, everybody talking, whatever, and talking about where they from and this, that, and the third. And I was kind of like more reserved because I'm just watching my surrounding. And I'm telling myself, like, I didn't come here to make no friends. Like, I really didn't.
Yeah.
Like, because if I was going to just worry about making friends, I would have stayed at the crib.
Yeah.
So for me, it was like business. And I was also taught, too, just from growing up, like, you don't know who you can trust.
Yeah.
So I didn't know who I could trust. And there was a few dudes that I was really, really cool with. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I could trust. But then it was just like having my guard up. You know what I'm saying? Like, even with my roommate, you know, and he was from Kansas, but, you know, it was just trying to fill everything out. And then once I realized the rules, I didn't know the rules. I didn't know nothing about college football. You know, once you play, burn your red shirt, like, you know what I'm saying? Now they got in the NCAA the 4 games and all that, but like back then you play
you step on
one
that
play,
field,
one snap, it's over with.
Yeah.
So when I'm hearing the older guys talk about, oh yeah, you going red shirt, da-da-da, they weren't talking to me, but I just heard them talking.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is a red shirt? Because I didn't know.
Yeah.
And I mean, I didn't really communicate with nobody from my town about, you know, just somebody want to play ball. So when I found out, I was trying to red shirt. As soon as I found out what it was, because you gotta think, I'm 6'1", 6'2", I'm a $170, $175, soaking wet. So I'm like super lean. Like you can see my collarbone through my shoulder pads. Like for real, like you can see it. I show you a picture, you'll start tripping.
So you said, all right, I'm gonna take this red shirt.
But I'm gonna tell you how it happened. So when we doing the freshman, you know, we going over plays, we running the plays, you know, and it's just freshmen, like the little mini camp.
Yeah.
Gooch had me going with the ones. In his mind, I'm the starter. I got to get you familiar with the playbook.
Okay.
In my mind, I'm redshirting. I ain't trying to play. I'm seeing everybody else. I'm seeing all these sophomores and transfers.
Yeah.
These dudes, 21, 22 years old, they got kids, they got a wife. They coming from everywhere. Y'all, I'm from Texas. I'm from here. I'm from, whoa, wait a minute. I'm just 18. I'm still learning. Slow down. You got to think, Bronx are small. So I'm like still trying to understand where I'm at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And even though Fort Scott is small, but still just college football, you know, I was like, man, let me give myself time to develop. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm still growing.
So when did that conversation happen that it ain't happening?
We out there running plays, and I ain't take no reps. I'm hiding on the field. I kid you not, bro. So, you know, like, yeah, when you got we had 2 huddles going.
Yes.
So, you know, on the hash, right hash, left hash. So this group will run a play. Boom, this group will run the same exact play.
Yeah.
And then you got guys standing behind that's gonna rotate in after they switch.
You in the back.
Right? I'm behind them. You can't even see me. So I remember like it was yesterday,
You got
man.
cussed out. Goose cussed you out.
No, he did, but he didn't. He was more like, as he's calling the plays, he know it's like 4 or 5 cues, but he ain't realize that I ain't go. So he looking, and he looking. He started looking around. Where's Cross? Where's Cross? And so my homeboy, Chad Peak, he from South Carolina. His brother is Sharon Peak, played at Clemson. And he was like, yo, G, come on, man. And I'm like, man, nah, go ahead. I'm like steady, not ducking, but I'm just like, nah, you go ahead. You get your reps. Greg, he came around. What are you doing? And because he was like helping signal the plays.
Yeah.
And he was like, what are you doing? And I was like, no, I'm making sure they get their reps.
Like,
yeah.
You're a good teammate.
Yeah. I'm a good teammate, right? I'm just making sure they get their reps. And that's when he let me have it. He didn't curse. He was just more like, hey, like, I didn't bring you here for this.
Yeah.
Like, let's go.
Yeah.
And when I'm playing sports, I'm doing anything that's like competition-wise, that's competitive, there's a few trigger words for me. One, saying I'm scared, or talking about where I'm from. Because I'm prideful, like, where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? And like, you scared? Whoa. Like, negative. Like, I'm not scared. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, you scared? I thought you was from Georgia. Like, the way he said it, it was like, man, watch out. And I got out there. First play I ran was stick. And 3-by-1 concept. And I was like, he thinking I'm going to the, we was doing like a little 7-on-7. So my backside 1-on-1. And I'm about to signal him a route and completion. And he was like, there we go. And I'm like, he don't even know, like, he don't even know. And then leading up to the first, like, we got in camp and we getting ready for the season. And I was like, yeah, coach, I think I want a red shirt. So it came up again. It's like, yeah, coach, I think I want a red shirt. He might not remember this, but I do. Coach, I think I want a red shirt. Like, I need more time to develop. I didn't bring you here for this. You're starting. That was the first time he told me I was starting. I didn't know I was starting.
Yeah.
But he was like, remember, I told you, you're going to be the starter. No, I meant that. Like,
so when was the moment that you was like, all right, I'm good enough. I can do this. Were you in a game? Was it camp? Was it? Because I feel like everybody has a moment where they're like, all right, I'm good. I got it.
Well, the thing was, it was like some of the stuff that I was doing was coming natural. So I knew I was good. Like, I'm getting player of the week as a freshman. I was second team all conference as a freshman. I should have been first team. Because the dude that got first team, I beat him. And he didn't do nothing that game. I had, stat-wise, he just had more passing yards because he had more passing attempts. But I was more of a difference maker. And, like, I was running, throwing, you know what I'm saying? I was doing a lot. He wasn't doing that. Yeah. But shout out to him, man. But, because he don't know this, but he motivated me with that. But I think I always knew that I had it. I think I would say the moment I knew I was like that and had a shot, that's hard to say. Freshman year, we played Butler. And Butler was number 1 in the nation, number 2 in the nation. They was number 2 in the nation because Snow was number 1. They was undefeated. They had all these big-time recruits going. They probably whole 11. I would say 8 or 9 out of their 11, but I think it was like committed or going D1.
Yeah.
They were loaded. And we almost upset them at home. Like, we took them into double overtime.
Dang.
And I'm a freshman, not even knowing what I'm doing. I'm just out there playing ball. And they couldn't hold me. They couldn't. And, it was just like I was doing whatever I wanted to do.
So, your sophomore year, you're All-American. Were you?
Yes, but something happened in between that. I was kind of salty.
What?
So the coaches left, and I had to understand that.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so Coach Rose and Coach Gooch, it was after
I forgot about
we had a bowl game.
Yeah.
My freshman year, so we had turned the program around. We won enough games to go to a bowl game first year, and that was like the first winning season in like 10 plus years or something like that at Fort Scott. And at the time, I'm not even thinking about what we just did and going to a bowl game.
Yeah.
Going down to Texas, we ended up losing, but we still went. And it was like, and we had some guys that was like all conference and stuff like that, and we wasn't like the laughing stock of the conference.
So
it was rumors that they were leaving, and it was rumors that I was going with them. I don't know how that came about because ain't nobody talked to me. You know what I'm saying? And so they said they wasn't going nowhere. They here, they helped build this place, da-da-da-da. And I'm like, as they telling us, I really, at that time, and I love both of them, but I didn't care if they stayed or left. Because once again, in my mind, when I went to school, I'm here to do my thing and figure out what's gonna happen next.
Yeah.
I wasn't in my feelings about nothing else.
Yeah.
And so they were like, no, we're gonna stay, we're not going nowhere, And then I'm like, all right, cool. And we had a bowl game, we come back. They was like, yeah, guys, things happen in life. And start giving this speech, and I'm just sitting here like, just get it out, bro.
Yeah.
Like, just say it. And it was like, wish we can take everybody with us or talk to everybody and try to get everybody to come with us, but, we can't. We advise you guys to stay put, stay here. You guys signed here, so be here. And in my mind, I'm thinking like, man, it is what it is.
Yeah. And they come to.
Right after the meeting, Coach Gooch asked me to come to his office. My teammates, who I was really close with, the freshmen, who we all came in together, they waiting in the hallway for me to come out. And they like, what do you say? What you doing, man? You leaving, we leaving. I'm like, what do you say? What do you say? And I was like, bro, just chill. Like, why y'all doing this right now? So I ended up telling them exactly what Coach Gooch said. He want me to come with him. And he said he's going to Hutch. And he would like for me to come to Hutch. And he said, you're going home for the Christmas break. Think about it, and we can get things moving. And then, we would get you to Hutch. It's nicer facilities, this, that, and the third, you'll be my guy. I went home and a few of my homeboys, we linked up at a high school Christmas tournament. Just to show face, show love to the school and watch the guys play. And my head football coach was like, hey, are you gonna go with them? I said, go with who? He said, go with Coach Rose and Coach Gooch to Hutchinson. I said, how you know? He said, they called me. I said, oh, for real?
At least they communicate.
Yeah, they did. And he was like, I think it'll be great for you to be with those guys. They recruited you. And he started giving this whole spill. And I'm like, yo, I ain't even here to talk about this right now.
Yeah.
And it happened kind of fast. And they called me. And I said, I'm staying. I'm staying at Fort Scott. So I ended up staying.
Enters
the man, the myth. Mr. They don't like you. Jeffrey.
No censorship.
Yes, Jeffrey.
Treat everybody the same.
The man Sims. Sims comes in.
Sims don't care where you from.
Man, what?
Who you is, what color you is.
Please.
You can be from Mars. You can get it too.
Man,
shout out to Coach Sims, man.
Shout out to him wherever he's at. Wherever he's at, shout out to him. He come in the spring of my sophomore year.
Yeah.
And no, listen.
You gotta explain to people. You gotta tell people about Sims because he gets a bad rap.
He does, man, and that's crazy. He get a bad rap because people don't know him.
Yeah.
I think people don't really, you know what I'm saying? It's like if you don't like someone,
you can't tell me. Yeah, somebody.
Yeah, you don't understand someone.
Yeah.
Then it's like you can't tell someone. You gotta let them experience it themselves.
Yeah.
And Jeff Sims, man, I think he's a legendary coach. You know, he's part of the reason of who I am now.
Yeah.
Like, I was already competitive, but like he helped me take it to another level.
You had some good coaches though.
Solid.
I mean,
solid.
Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah.
Solid, because my freshman year, I don't even think I got coached. I was just doing me. Yeah, hey man, I forgot my coach name. Golly, that's crazy. Forgot his name. I think it was Pete Darnell. He was a good guy. Yeah. I think he played at UNLV, whatever. And but he was just like, hey, you got talent, bro. You do some things. I'm like, wow, this guy's good. And I'm like, and I knew I was doing stuff that I shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
Like I'm rolling out to my left, and I'm getting my shoulders around, but I'm just flicking it. And he's like,
you was doing Mahomes before you were supposed to be doing Mahomes.
Yeah, for real. And it was like I was ahead of my time, like doing certain stuff.
Yeah.
And he was just like, just go ball, man. I'm like, just go ball.
That's the instructions?
Oh my gosh.
Give him a little something.
Yeah, just.
Me and my brother laugh about that. Hey, just give him a little. What's the definition of give him a little something? How do you
do that?
Yeah. So Sims
come in, and he's trying to rebuild, like top to bottom. Rebuild with the coaching staff, rebuild with the people that work in the cafeteria. Like, bro, you don't even control the calf. You trying to control them. He changed the menu in the calf. What football coach you know changed the menu in the calf?
I mean, he care about his players.
Man, listen. So Sims come in, and it was just the structure and discipline times 10. It was like militant. No, Tub, you don't understand. Like, I get flashbacks sometimes. Like, it was crazy, man. Like, it was wild. So he come that spring season. Spring ball was what, 2.5 weeks or whatever. Every day, every other day or every 2 days, another quarterback was trying to enroll and come and try to replace me. He was calling everybody to try to replace me.
For competition or just because he did?
Competition, and he didn't think that he just wanted to see how I respond. And he told me to my face in front of the whole team, it was like, you were second team all conference? Cool. That ain't get you no national championship. You wasn't first. You wasn't even offensive player of the year. Some little dude named Billy Bob, who ain't even 6 foot, was offense first team. That was the dude they gave it to. And the way he said it, and was just like, I don't even know how good you are. Like, and he, misunderstood. He's from St. Louis. And when you see him, you wouldn't think. You know what I'm saying? The way he talked.
St. Louis it's hood.
Say it again. No, it's real.
And Jeff Sims is Caucasian. But you can drop him anywhere.
And he will, man, listen. He will survive anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm talking anywhere. And he definitely, spring ball, he challenged me.
But to go from like the discipline of Rose and then the discipline of Coach Sims, it's not like you had an easy.
I wouldn't say even Rose, because when Coach Rose was the head coach, I really didn't deal with him as much because he was on defense.
Got you.
It was like, hey, you good? Hey, just take care of the ball.
Yeah.
That was it. That'd probably be the most he talked to me.
Because he standoffish and he let you do your
he
thing.
let you do. But also, too, like, Gooch was my OC.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? So I dealt with Gooch. And it was like, I dealt so much with Gooch to where I didn't have time to talk to nobody else. Because he was like, it was just, he didn't let nobody come in and say something.
Yeah.
It was like, I got him. Mm-hmm. Don't talk to him. It was times when my position coach couldn't talk to me because Gooch was talking to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was like, I got him. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But, but Sims was on another level, man. He was on another level. Man.
But that's good you still have a relationship with all three of them.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
that says something about them. That says something about you that in different stages that they all helped you, but then you still, like, y'all are still have a connection in the relationship.
I'm going to tell you what's crazy. So, speed up, I proved to Sims that I'm the guy, right? When he would say certain things to try to rattle me, and not knowing that it was just fuel to the fire. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't say nothing. He would, you was okay last year. I wouldn't say anything. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And we get out there, and I'm killing them. Mm-hmm. Like, I just went harder. So that really helped me up my game, and he didn't even know it. Mm-hmm. So we get ready for the season, and it was like everybody on our team circled 2 games.
Butler and Hutch.
Butler and Hutch. We circle Butler and we circle Hutch. Yeah. And it was like, when we play Hutch, because a lot of those guys I played with my freshman year stayed. Mm-hmm. I think maybe it was like one guy that left. Mm-hmm. And majority of the team, my freshman year, were freshmen. Like over 50% of the team. Mm-hmm. We were young, but we were dogs. Mm-hmm. And we getting ready to play Hutch, and we playing Hutch at Hutch. And I just remember him, we got on that bus for that little 3-hour ride, and he said, as soon as we got on the bus, he said, just remember, they left you. I'll never leave you. And I'm sitting here like, all right, like, it's not that personal to me. Yeah. Like, I'm going to just go play ball because I'm competing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But he made it personal. Mm-hmm. So he rubbed them wrong. They rubbed him wrong. Mm-hmm. So now it was like comparisons of like who left who left Fort Scott in a better place, mm-hmm. and how you recruit these guys and you leave them. You turn your back on them. Yeah. So we right here in the visitor locker room, we pull up and they giving the whole spiel. Like, I think he screwed our mind up. He got us mentally.
He brainwashed y'all.
He got us.
Because in reality, it's business.
It is.
If you get a better opportunity, you probably should try to pursue it.
But I think in warm-ups, I felt like Gooch and Rose wanted to shake my hand and, hey, man, how you doing?
So he entered y'all mental.
No, we didn't even get a chance to.
No, I'm saying Sims entered y'all mental to make y'all like,
yes,
they're
man, we was in that locker room. He called us up. They left you. I would never leave you. I love you. I gave the best speech ever. I heard that was the best speech I heard in my whole entire life as a football player. Like, and it was like, when you go out there, you remember. You make them remember. Cross, where you at? Stand up. You make them remember. You make them remember. You. And I'm like, oh, it's a game. Like, I'm cool because you ain't gotta, I'm gonna show up. Because I'm competitive. We go out there, so the way we warmed up, it felt like Friday Night Lights when they played Carter High. That was the vibe. That's how when we got off the bus, that's how we felt. We was Fort Scott, the you know what I'm saying, we not disciplined. We just got a bunch of guys out there that's unsound. You know, we talented, but you know, we can't play a whole game. You know, some guys gonna get ejected. Nobody get ejected that game. They made sure. Who won? Man, listen, I had my longest touchdown right here. 98 yards. But we were backed up down here. We were backed up. 4th and 10. We went for it. He was so disrespectful. He didn't care. Like, he would tell us.
Say that again. It was what?
And it was 4th and 10 on a 2.
You lying to me.
Let me tell you.
You lying, dog.
Let me tell you the scenario. Bro, they punted the ball, right? When they punted the ball, They got us inside the 5 on the 2. We come out, offense come out. We got the ball on the 2-yard line. The first 3 plays, we don't move the ball. It's 4th down on the 2.
Y'all 2.
Our own 2 coming out. So my highlight. So,
do you still have your highlight?
Yeah, I do.
Is it on the internet?
Yes, it is.
Okay, we're gonna put it on the on the link.
So I just remember on 3rd down, I'm looking at him and I'm about to get ready to come off and like we're about to punt. He's like, no. Like he was one of those guys that was like, if he could put up 100 on you, he gonna put up 100 on you. There's no the respect the game, playing the game. It's almost like NBA, the game, like Lance Stevens, game's over, don't lay the ball up. Nah, he don't care. Because he would tell us, like, I ain't got no friends, and I don't care. I didn't get into this business to be a social worker or to have friends. And that was his mindset.
So you threw a 98-yarder?
So we called the play. I drop back, and I go to scramble to my right. And then I'm like, the hole close up. I see the linebacker step up. I reverse and go back to my left. As I go back to my left, my eyes is up. I see one of my receivers wide open on the 40-yard line by himself. I'm in the back of the end zone. As I'm getting ready to throw it, I get hit. The ball ended up coming out. He catches the ball on the 40-yard line and then sprints all the way in the end zone on their sideline, like on that side of the field. And I had my Jordan moment because I'm like, I get up, my head almost hit the goalpost because I'm in the back of the end zone. I get up and I'm jogging down the field and I'm looking at them on the sideline to see their reactions as he's running. So I'm looking at him, looking at them. I'm looking back and forth. And as he crosses the goal line, I look at them and I'm just shaking my head like what else you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? And that was a moment right there, that play. And I jogged all the way down to really make eye contact, and they were stunned. And I was just like, oh, I'm finna light them up tonight.
That's funny.
Yeah, so we on the bus coming back to Fort Scott, we turn on the radio. They doing an interview right after the game. So we turn up the radio. Yeah, we knew how good they were. We recruited their guys. You know, we recruited them, so we knew what type of team they had, and we knew about, you know, Greg, quarterback, We knew how good he was, you know, and I was like, oh man, that's bad. So we listening, and I'm just sitting there like, the game over, bro. Let's go back to the crib.
Yeah.
Like, I'm drained.
So Fort Scott, Coach Sims moves in. You're All-American.
Yep.
Then you go to Pitt.
Yeah, I almost didn't go there, but.
Where was you gonna go?
Want to save your HOA money on your home services while enjoying the benefits of living in a community? PIN Plus, the ultimate platform that brings neighbors together under one powerful concept: power in numbers. Communities can now negotiate group discounted pricing on essential home services, trash, pest control, pool maintenance, and so much more, all at unbeatable rates. Transform your home service experience today. Visit www.mypinplus.com today for more information.
All right.